So right now, what we done, they will come back after the show. Come on, what you want to go up on a semi-final. See there? We will tell you like the semi-final. You don't need to tell us, let's set him up. We appreciate all our able sponsors who have made anything possible. That is Bavaria. We'll be there tomorrow. We have Mutakalo, Pass Insurance, Okapi, Carpets, all the mucho, ETA, and finally, Granite, on Green Insurance. The trophy between that will be taken by Twende or Clique Mambas. Introducing the trophy, it's none other than the legendary man himself, Mr. Twende. Now, I'm yet to the echo. Now, introduce Clique Mambas. Moja. And now, I'm yet to the echo now. I want to introduce Clique Mambas versus Wait.
Welcome to Nairobi, Kenya for Game 1 of the 2025 CL Finals, where the Clique Mambas have a chance to be declared league champions another time in the league's history. They face an undefeated in the postseason Twende side that is determined to deliver a second championship trophy to the Twende Sports program. The first one coming from their senior team, the Nairobi City Thunder, and I'm sure their players will be here to support their brother team. Already we've seen Tyler Ongwae bringing in the championship trophy in epic fashion as we take a look at the opening ceremony here on your screens. Nyayo Stadium is alive and buzzing as we get ready for Game 1 of this best-of-3 series that I'm sure most of us want to see last until Sunday. I'm Salale Shani alongside Cletus Masingu, bringing you this live broadcast courtesy of Okapi Sports Network. Do more sports. Cletus, Twende coming into this final series undefeated and averaging 98 points per game, shooting 45% from the field. Statistically, they're head and shoulders above any opponent they've faced so far. But Clique Mambas bring in championship experience and, of course, the immense talent of Derek Ogechi. What do the Mambas have to do to clinch Game 1 of this series?
Well, the reigning champions Twende are going to try to retain this for third year running. Clique Mambas, they are one of those teams that thrive being underdogs. They just enjoy playing the underdog role. They have done it not once, not twice. We've seen them go into a game when they've not looked like they are going to take the game, and they did manage to get one victory over the reigning champions over the season. And since the addition of Derek Ogechi, we've mentioned over time, they've been quite a standout team. They were rock bottom at one stage. They started from the 14th position and they steadily climbed to finish at the third position. See, this is quite interesting because Clique Mambas finished third, Twende finished fourth. So it's going to be quite an interesting game, and I cannot wait to see how they match up in this final stage.
Well, Twende thrive on chaos defense, and that is exactly what they've been delivering to every single opponent they face. And through that chaos defense, they're able to force turnovers, but the weakness of Twende is that they give away turnovers as well. So they have to learn to be efficient on their side, even as they force turnovers against their opponents. Clique Mambas' strength is rebounding and balanced scoring. And I think the real test will come down to who will have a hot hand from beyond the arc. Now, these two teams, Twende shooting 29% from beyond the arc, Clique 26%. Not a big points differential, but Twende attempt more. Clique Mambas seem to prefer their interior scoring, and that man on your screens right there, number 10, DJ Olang, he had a heyday in the semifinals, 5 for 6 from beyond the arc. I mean, he was 15 points back to back to back. There was nothing anyone could do to stop him, but Clique Mambas have DO, and when Ogechi starts getting going from beyond the arc, then it's a show.
Well, we witnessed Clique Mambas play in that semi-final as well. You've mentioned Twende with their strengths, but we also remember Clique Mambas had a field day when they were knocking out the Dementors. If you allow them to shoot from beyond the arc, they've got the talent, and everyone on that floor can shoot the basketball.
We got to give a special mention to none other than William Oditi. We've seen him time and time again perform for Clique Mambas. But for now, let's head on to the floor as we wrap up the opening ceremony. We've got the national anthem coming up, and then we'll get right into the action.
The national anthem.
So there we have the national anthem as the fans settle back into their seats. A decent crowd here on a work night. A lot of people prefer to go home on a Friday. I know I do. Maybe I'm projecting. Anyway, Sadat Gaya is going to be your head coach for Twende. He's part of the technical bench of Nairobi City Thunder, the parent team in the Twende Sports program. And he will be challenged by Coach Chris Kipkemoy for Clique Mambas. And assistant coach is going to be Robert Mwangi, who is on your screens right now.
Quite interesting today that Coach Robert Mwangi takes over, and he's got championship winning material. He's probably the only team that he's coached a team that has beaten Twende comfortably in a game in the CL. We know that Twende have been able to maintain their Nairobi City Thunder have been able to maintain their unbeaten run, but this team, you can see the likes of Garang Ding. He's experienced a defeat over against playing this kind of experience. He's got 3 championships to his name. Robert Mwangi, we have to give mention to Rose Mushila, who is away as well.
You know, those of you fans who are wondering where Coach Mushila Rose is, she ain't around. She's not in the country. She's out doing big things way across the pond. But I'm sure her team will represent her well in her absence as we take a look at the lineup right there. Derek Ogechi, expecting great things from him, and he'll be supported in the backcourt by Alex Nzuki. But we've got to talk about Maral James Ashe, who was having a heyday from the mid-range during the semifinals, literally unstoppable. Can he carry that momentum and energy into this matchup?
Yeah, and that is very important. When you look at that Clique lineup, there is a lot to talk about. First of all, you've mentioned special mention to William Oditi. You've not mentioned players like Alex Nzuki. These players, they've won this championship before. Maral James Ache is terrific from that area, the paint.
And then we take a look at the lineup for Twende. Of course, Garang Ding, a familiar name, not just at the CL level, but national-wide. And he will be bringing in his defensive energy and his offensive prowess as well. But that man, number 10, DJ Olang, I want to see what he's got for us today.
Well, you've mentioned DJ Olang. We know that he loves to play defense, and he cheers himself on, particularly when he's played very good defense. And he was on the offensive front when they dumped Phenoms out of the tournament. I think that was absolutely sensational from him. You remember he just went 4 for 4 before he missed his first, and then went again on a scoring run. It was absolutely amazing to watch.
So this is the top 2 team of the CL, the Street Ball League, emphasizing grassroots basketball and leading the way in basketball entertainment. And what I love about the Street Ball Insider League, for me, is how it has become a talent identification pool. You see now Premier League teams looking to recruit from the CL. And not just that, for the players, but also for coaches, also for referees, you know?
Yep.
And I think that's a testament to how this league is growing grassroots basketball, and it plays a major role in the ecosystem of basketball in Kenya in general. And how old is this league, Clay?
It's now coming up to 8 years. It's amazing that it's taken 8 years to get to where they are.
That's still a baby.
Yeah, it's still a baby. But people, the talent pool that is on this floor right now, it's amazing. A couple of years ago, this Mambas team managed to beat a team full of internationals. Yeah, and it was quite amazing. They were shocked, but after the game they said, okay. After the first game, they said that they had fluked their way, and they had the clincher came from Brian Wabwire. He dropped a tray with a couple of seconds to go, and then that's how Swat Nation were beaten in the first game. But it was not fluke the second game, because they hammered them by more than 28 points. That was amazing. Just confirmation that they can do it.
So they silenced the doubters in the second game. As we take a look at the stats for Twende, facing this matchup against Clique Mambas, shooting 32% from the field, 29% from deep. And that's a little bit lower than what we're used to seeing from this Twende squad, but we'll see how they improve coming into the matchup against Clique Mambas. But a statistic that's not on your screens that I think is very interesting is their block situation. 7 blocks average game, 7 blocks in the semis rather, in comparison to Clique Mambas 5. And while Garang Ding is known mostly for his offensive prowess, he's also very key to Twende's defense.
Yeah, he's very key because he's the floor general. He insists on conducting himself in a manner to suggest that his team must always play defensively. As we look at the Clique Mambas situation, the free throw and the 3-point percentage, that is where they will really show their class. If you allow Clique to get in any sort of rhythm from beyond the arc, it will be a problem for you. And we saw that in the semi-final. We saw that in the quarterfinal when they were playing Phoenix. We've seen that over and over again. And I expect Twende to be better defensively than what we witnessed from the Mentors.
Yes, they definitely will be strong on the defensive end. We talked about Ashe and how he had a great game from mid-range. What we haven't talked about is how impactful he is on the rebounding end of things. 31 rebounds for him through the semifinals series, and Clique Mambas are out-rebounding Twende 51 to about 39.5 total in the series that took place before this finals one. And I think that speaks a lot to Clique's desire to just be gritty.
Yeah.
You know, they like to do the things that you not always see on a stat board, but what you've said is very key, Clay. Once Clique Mambas lock in, you can't allow them to get into their rhythm, either offensively or defensively. Once they feel that flow going through their veins, they are a very tough team to beat, even if you are Twende and the defending champions.
Exactly, and I will expect the Clique to make this a chaotic game because Twende really don't like chaotic games. We've seen them struggle when the game has gone chaotic. We've seen them struggle against from Kenya when the game just went chaotic. They had to rely on Garang Ding for that one. And then the other time now playing Phenoms, there was a time Phenoms decided to play chaotic basketball. Once the chaos began, it ended up being Olang's day. Yeah, so essentially, Clique cannot afford this game to have order. Any time you play Twende and you have order, you play right into their hands.
Well, lots of excitement as we build up to the opening whistle of this game. Final shots being made, final adjustments as we gear up for the final series of the CL League. Again, it's a best of 3, so we've got today, tomorrow, and if needed, Sunday.
Yeah, exactly, and I will expect a better game today. We've already witnessed one of the third place playoff, and it didn't live up to the expectation. I expect this one will live up to expectation, and I believe that that is Mushila's team, and you expect that one to fight. They will fight. They are not going to leave you. They are not going to allow Twende to just run away with it.
They are fighters indeed. That third place game between Dementors and Phenoms saw Phenoms blow Dementors out of the water, 73 to 47 points, on the back of some very great team play. Simon Rapudo had a heyday. Jerry Wakesa came off the bench to really support the team, and Salim Kisulu finally found his shooting hand in that matchup. So game 2 will take place tomorrow at 6 p.m. and then afterwards the game 2 of the final series will take place at 8 p.m. So lots of basketball happening in Kenya, not to mention the WBLA that's taking place next week. That's the top club teams in Zone 5 coming into Nairobi. This is the first time the country is hosting this tournament since the 90s. As you can hear, I'm very excited about that. It's a treat because we don't have to travel to another country like Rwanda or Uganda to enjoy top-notch basketball. As we take a look at the match officials who will be handling this game: Eric Otieno, Carlos Donald, and Samuel Chege. But Clay, I expect to see you in the stands cheering on our 2 Kenyan teams, ZTech University and Kenya Ports Authority. If not, Takupata.
No, don't worry about it. I'll definitely be there to cheer on our teams because like you said, these championships are coming here. We have that. We have got Elite 16 coming over. We've got so many options that right now basketball is the sport in Kenya.
I mean, I haven't even talked about the road to BAL. That comes the week afterwards. That's the week of the 17. And that's so exciting. Of course, we have our Nairobi City Thunder Boys taking place in that tournament. And I anticipate that the competition is going to be through the roof. So listen, November, put aside your plans. Leave the concerts for December. Go to the baby showers in December. November is about basketball in Kenya.
You're right about that. And there is also this tournament that is coming in December from the 6th. It goes all the way to 12th. I hear all the schools are going to be playing basketball all through Nyayo, Ulinzi Sports Complex, Kasarani. All that is going to be happening right here in this country. It is amazing. It's an amazing time to be a basketball fan.
It really is. It's exciting that Nairobi is becoming a hub for international basketball once again. And it's taken a long time, but here we are.
Well, it's interesting. Eric Otieno, one of the top international referees, taking his first match, first in charge of this basketball. He's never refereed a CL game before, and it's so nice to have him here.
It absolutely is, as Clique Mamba draw first blood. 2-0 at the hands of Athar Kwel.
An amazing player as well. The way he plays his basketball is the player he mentioned to you. How he plays his basketball, you don't think he's killing you, and he's doing it.
Fahim Juma, rather, heat check, way off. Clique Mambas in the red jerseys. William Oditi doesn't think twice about it. Splashes from 3. And we talked about it. You don't want to get this team in a run. 5-0. And we're not even a minute down in this game.
Well, Twende need to get a grip with this game. If they don't, Clique are not going to let it go.
And then Hashay on the other end.
Clique have begun very, very well.
Handoff, Ortega from downtown. And we don't talk too much about Ariel Ortega, but I would say put him in the top 10 shooters in the country right now.
Yeah.
3-point shooters.
Yeah, 3-point shooters. I played with him in Riara, and he was amazing.
Speaking of amazing, James Marol Ashe. He is carrying on his hot hand from the semifinals into this finals matchup. And he's had 2 quick field goals for Clique Mambas, as we see Shavanga now with the runner. The interesting thing about Twende and why they're such an exciting team to watch is even if they're down, they never let the points differential. Almost loses it. Almost loses it. Swings the ball. Odit Shea, who's known as the rebound machine for Clique Mambas. Got to get a body machine for Clique Mambas. Got to get a body on him.
Well, Ogeti would like to get one over his teammates.
And that's a wide open 3-ball for Garang. Ding, easy money. Twende have caught up to Clique Mambas and taken the lead. And now we have a turnover on the other end of the floor as Clique Mambas forced to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Twende Sports, again, that's a team that doesn't stay down for long. Started out trailing with Clique Mambas on a 5-0 run, but they did the right things and stuck to it. And let's not take away the effort from Clique Mambas. William Oditi in rhythm. And he knew that was going in. Even as soon as he released it,
He knew.
he started backpedaling. He knew it was going in. And then Dismas Mbaka, great job on defensive end, and Ortega completes the play with the 3-point shot. These two teams, we said they'd be exciting to watch, and exciting it has been so far. It's Twende by 2.
Well, Ding is up for it today, and the other side, Odit is also up for it. These players want to win this basketball game. What a start.
What a start indeed, as you see Clique Mambas making some adjustments. I'm sure they are missing the technical mind of their head coach, Sheila Rose, but she's left the team in good hands with Coach Robert Mwangi.
Yeah, and too much experience on that coach's part. Ding.
Garang Ding is not the man you want to sag off of defensively, and he makes them pay.
Well, they need to stop him because if he continues to play like that, it's going to be very difficult for Clique.
Ashay now at the block, kicks it out to Derek Ogechi. Ogechi splits the defense. Off the glass is good. Bank is open after hours. Ding now with the rock in his hand, kicks it out to Ortega. Ortega, look at that ball movement to find Shavanga. Shavanga airballs it.
Shavanga is not his strongest suit. Shavanga, he takes quite a bit of these shots, but most of them they don't sink in. But when they do,
Twende, you find Twende in a good place.
yeah. And
that was great defense from Fahim Juma. And now boxes out Ashay to deny the O-board. And that's what you have to do against a player like James Ashay. Garang Ding. Oh my.
well, he's up for it today, and we've not seen him play like this for quite some time in this league. He usually comes on when the time is about elapsing. Today he started brilliantly. He knows what is at stake.
He's taking care of business. William Oditi with a hand in his face drains the 3-ball and keeps Clique within reach. 2-point game. Ding gets it out to Fahim. Fahim almost went tumbling down. Now Dismas Mbaka's spin move. Ortega loses it. Great defense from William Oditi. Oditi tries to keep it alive. And that's the kind of energy I'm sure Coach Robert Mwangi wants to see from his boys.
Exactly, and I'm almost tearing up here because I cannot wait to see how this one goes. In the end, you can see the hustle from Clique Mambas. This is better.
Ding gets it off before the buzzer. Unable to drop the shot. Ogechi kicks it out to the corner. Corner 3, no good for Oditi. Ache tries to chase it down, and Ding denies the opportunity for the rebound. And it seems Clique Mamba, they've decided to lock down defensively. Ortega, no problem. Rainbow connection from 3 is good. And now, Quell almost losing it. Kept a handle on it. Finger roll finish.
Yep.
These two teams are trading baskets now. But it's Twende up by 3. 4:10 to go in the first quarter.
Well, the quarter has flown by.
Ding with the runner. Oh my. Garang Ding. 10 points for him already in this first quarter. And who's going to stop that man? Quell on the drive. Oh, we got a game.
Yeah, we do have a game on our hands today, and we expected this. Nothing short of classy.
Fahim Juma not able to hit on that attempt. But the ball will stay on this end. Last touch, Twende. Last touch, Clique Mambas.
You can see the team spirit, the body language, everything right on that floor for these two teams.
And as a substitution for Twende, checking in the game is Dennis Koja as the action continues. Defensive prowess of Athar Kuel.
Well, Ortega blocked.
Ortega, who sends his opponent to the floor. Ashay saw the pass coming. Steal from him. And now Quell off the glass. Clique Mambas 1 point away from Twende. What a first quarter this has been. These two teams have been going neck and neck. Ortega lines it up, not able to hit that one.
Look at that, Olang on Ogechi, because they know exactly how dangerous he can be.
Ogechi manages to make the pass. That one comes up short. Dismas Mbaka manages to keep the ball in his hands, loses control of it. Ashe now gets it to Ogechi. Ogechi! Oh my goodness. The pressure was too high.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the angle that he wanted for that layup. And if he had made that, Clique Mambas would have taken the lead.
Yeah, and you can see the effort being put in there by both these teams. It's absolutely incredible. Olang today, I think his defensive duties will be more important to the team because Ding is doing the job scoring offensively.
Mbaka to bring the ball up. Gets it in the hands of Hargos. Hargos fires. Hargos finds the bottom of the net. Such a pretty shot. And that is a young-looking man. He doesn't look a day older than 16. Maybe he just has a baby face.
Yeah, he does a baby face, but his quality has just gone up, and he's also a Kenyan international, mind you, in the under 23. So that is good to see from him, and he's played very, very well over the season. He a young man who played for Huruma Dragons, now he plays for Twende. It's good to see.
We take another look at that replay. Hargos disrespecting his elders, and the kid's gonna be all right. The future is bright with players like that representing Kenya's national basketball teams.
Very true. You remember the game he had where he was dropping all sort of three-pointers when they were playing against Zit from Kenya. He dropped quite a number of three-pointers until he was having a good time.
About slightly over 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. William Oditi misses the free throw. Ding to bring the ball up. Gets it to Mbaka. Mbaka thought he had it, then gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Hargos. Hargos, that looks off. And ball will bounce out of bounds. And it's always exciting to see young players like Powell, Hargos get game time at top tier games like this, you know, and not getting garbage minutes either.
Yeah, very true. And he's step up to the plate. And
William Oditi thought he had a good look at the rim. And he's a dangerous man. No, that was Nzuki, was it?
Yeah.
Nzuki had a good look at the rim, and he is a dangerous man as well when he has the confidence to take those kinds of shots. Ashe almost lost it. Oditi that time misses everything. Teammates try to keep it alive. Nzuki now on the drive, gets all the way to the cup. Alex Nzuki, one of the most hard-working players in the country, really spends a lot of time on his craft.
Yeah, he does. And Nzuki is also one of those championship winning material. He's won this championship before, and they were absolutely sensational in that season.
Well, feeds Ashe. Ashe! You better double team that man. He will punish you in that low block. He has the length and the strength to become a real problem for any team's defense in the CL. And now Ding, oh my goodness, Garang Ding with the first slam of the night.
Well, he's up for it today. You can feel it. He's just up for it today, and it's quite interesting. Clique need to find a way to lock him down.
DJ Olang trying to give the no-look pass and pass it right out of bounds. You can see Guy is not happy about that. 23 seconds left in this first quarter. Still a 2-point game as Twende and Clique Mambas have been going at each other in what has been a very fast-paced outing here. Ball now in action. Nzuki trying to set something up. He has to contend with the extremely sticky defense of Alier. And that is a great defensive effort from Kamal Alier. He had Zuki locked down and was able to shave a decent amount of time on that game clock. We got the kick out. The final three-point shot of the first quarter isn't going to get there. And this matchup will stay at a 2-point differential as Twende maintain the lead, 26 to Clique Mambas, 24 points.
Well, Clique are one of those, as we look at the statistics, look at the three-point percentages, it's amazing that you look at that team rebounds, they have matched each other. They just really have matched each other. And Clique are shooting better, and that is the most interesting part. Clique have got a higher percentage than Twende in terms of the field goal percentages.
And what that means is that Coach Robert needs to tell his boys to shoot.
Yeah, we knew that that is their strength, and so far Oditi has already begun scoring, and on the other side, Garang Ding has been sensational so far.
So some very exciting basketball here on display. But it's Twende Sports who have the slight advantage against Clique Mambas. Take a look at those statistics, very evenly matched, and this is a game that might not see any one team break away until way down the line.
I think so. It will take a long time for one team to break away. I think the foul situation might come into play when the scorers are in maybe foul trouble, and it might create a bit of a difference. And on the line, that is where it's gonna be key. On the line, because both these teams are fantastic. They've been amazing through the season. Clique began from a low point, so did Twende, and where they've reached, it's so good to see a basketball game of high quality.
It is indeed, it is indeed. As we take a look at some of these highlights here, Clique Mambas checked into this game hungry and confident.
Yeah, they believe they can win this basketball game, and you know, when you are playing the reigning champions, it just means a little bit. You just add a little bit to your game because you know you're playing the champions. And so far they've matched them.
They truly have. As we get back to the action here, Alier trying to break this 2-3 zone. And then Olang put back, manages to draw the foul. And that's a great read from Olang to crash the boards and make sure that Twende don't come up empty in this possession. So he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And is a 2-3 zone really the right defense to play against a team like Twende that has that it thrives in three-point volume shooting?
Well, they do thrive on the three-point line because, but the challenge is, if you allow the one-on-ones on that defense, Ding and the likes of Olang will take advantage of that opportunity. So I think they have decided to try and get a three-point. They would rather allow them to shoot three-pointers because you cannot score all the three-pointers.
Great look from Nzuki, line pass into the post, but Twende were able to block out the pass. Ashe now at the wing. They've got Twende's best defensive player on him. Ashe says he'll take it all the way anyway, but comes up empty. Ding to Alier. Alier splits the defense, then the nice soft touch runner isn't gonna get there. And it looks like last touch was James Ashe.
Yeah.
So he bails Twende out, and the possession will stay on this end of the floor.
I think rotation is going to be key. It's going to be key for this game. There's rotation. You can see Twende already rotating a few players. so have Clique. And whoever comes off the... Oh, Olang.
DJ.
Well, he was fantastic in that semi-final. And if they allow him to shoot the basketball the way he's shooting right now, it's going to be a problem for Clique.
Well, that's his first 3-point as James Ashe goes straight to the rack. And he is so quick with that first dribble. And his length and strength really just makes it so hard to stop him.
Yeah, and he's very clever in how he goes about it. You might think that he's easy to stop, but once you play against him, then you realize how difficult it is to stop him.
He's a very versatile player, you know. He can play in the post, he can shoot. As you see Olang doing what he does best, block for him against Joshua Zawadi's attempt, and then Alier not able to get it to drop. Couldn't find the bottom of the net. Nzuki will push the ball on transition. He has a look at the cup, decides not to go for it. They swing the ball around for William Oditi, the step back three. Oh no. Shot looks good. And it's Simon Wambua who will pick up a foul on that end of the floor.
Well, it's interesting because Wambua also is a very good shooter of the basketball. You look at that Clique team, most of those players can score, and that is what we have here. Two teams that can score against each other. Now it comes to the defensive end, that is where it's going to be key, and those free throws.
Nzuki being aggressive with the ball in his hands, and it was a correction. Wambua was not given a foul. The ball went out of bounds, so possession stays with team in red on this end of the floor as they get another opportunity to convert. Zawadi, kick to Wambua. Wambua almost loses it. Ashe almost loses it. Goes off the head of Alier. A holding foul on Alier, and some talk happening on the floor. It looks like the referee is giving him a warning, but it is a foul on Alier. I love players with attitude.
Yeah.
And James Ashe is that player.
Yeah, he does. He will do that.
He will talk.
Yeah. And Ding also is one of also those players who will talk and he will engage the fans. So you expect that going forward.
Zawadi met the long arm of the law and that low block. Here comes Twende on the other and unable to convert. Too much firepower on that layup. Nzuki now. He sees Wambua in the wing. Decides to go for the Ashe option. Ashe loses it. Alier pushes the ball on transition, and then the nice, easy finish on the other end of the floor for David Etiang, who scores his first field goal in this final series.
Well, the young man from French School, Kamusinga, has been sensational for Twende. He's grown leaps and bounds, and now he's also an international, so it's good to see. Ashe with a mid-range shot, as usual, his strength.
Able to cut the 5-point lead back to 3. As DJ, whoa, and he hits him with a too small. DJ Olang is feeling it tonight.
Well, this basketball game, you can't take your eye off it. You blink and you'll miss something.
And then on the other end of the floor, DJ is called for a holding foul, and he's got to be careful about his fouling situation. It's going to be his second. As it's looking like we have a timeout on the floor. No.
Substitution.
Substitution. Thought it was a timeout because it looks like coach cleared almost everyone.
Well, that is the running of the bench. They really need to do that because the foul situation is not going very well for them, and they need also to rest players so that they have the energy to finish strong. You cannot play with only 5.
Playoff basketball is as much strategy as it is effort. As Alex Nzuki was fouled on his way up, he'll shoot 2.
And they're maintaining key players as well. You can see Twende maintaining some of the key players, the rotation, even Clique are maintaining some of those key players. they're not substituting everybody.
Nzuki misses his first free throw. He has 2 points in this game so far. And I have to say, Clay, that I'm a bit surprised that the star players, I say quote-unquote star players of Clique Mambas, don't have higher scoring numbers. You know, Derek Ogechi is at 2 right now. Alex Nzuki, if he makes it, and he doesn't, is also at 2. And these are players that I know are great offensive players, but have been very quiet so far in this game.
Yeah, probably the good defense that Twende are putting on them.
And that's just great ball movement. Great ball movement. Twende putting on a ball movement clinic here for the finish from Dennis Koja. Now Wambua doing his dance. Gets it out to Nzuki. Nzuki had space for the mid-range. Raises the front of the iron. And Twende now with a push. No! Steal. Wambua tries to go all the way with it. And Hargo says no go. Nothing comes easy.
Clique need to space out the floor a little bit. They are congesting the paint too much when they are going on the offensive front. You space out the court a little bit, move the basketball, an extra pass, you'll find an easy shot, because that's what they are good at.
Quell gets it out to Oditi. Oditi. Nzuki, rather.
Look at
Makes
those
up for the misses free throws. He's now at 4 points.
Yeah, look at the field goal percentage is just almost matched. And we are exactly what we are saying. They are converting. They are matched up in every single way.
I mean, we talked about it before this game. We said the team that will win is the team that gets hot hands over periods of time, having scoring runs in stretches. You have to think about the long game. You can't think short game. When you have a hot hand, go for it, maximize on it, and then, unfortunately, it's probably going to go to the other side as well. These are two very evenly matched teams.
Yeah, the field goal percentage says it all, and at the minute, Clique are shooting better, just slightly, not. But I also think it's the Twende attempt too many as well.
Quell gets the bounce and the bucket. Puts Clique Mambas within 3 once again as we start to approach the halfway mark of this second quarter. And then a sloppy pass from David Etiang. And those are the kind of passes that coaches can't stand. One-handed lob pass. Barely even looked over to see who was there. So it's going to be a timeout on the floor. Twende got some things to figure out.
Yeah, and I expected a bit of a fight from Clique, and that's what they're doing here. And that experience, Coach Mwangi has got too much experience for winning this league. And the other side, so that guy is also one of those coaches who you'll know they try to figure things out. You just need a little bit of edge as we look at the replays. Ding has been fantastic in this opening half, and he's been sensational. And Olang has already opened his account, and we know what happens. What happened the last time he started playing like that. It's going to be an interesting game.
It will indeed. Right now, we got one player in double digits, and that player is Garang Ding. Not too far behind is Ariel Ortega, who went off in the first quarter. We've not seen him come in this second quarter, and it begs the question of why Coach Gaia hasn't thought it's been a valuable addition to have him on the floor. He seemed to have a hot hand, and he seemed to be shooting well.
I think he was being patient. You're playing the long game, as you just said. You cannot afford to play all your players, all your key players at one go, and you have to make sure you manage the bench very well so that by the time you get to that fourth quarter and the game is tight, you're able to bring in those important players as you try to win the basketball game.
Speaking of important players, as we get back to the action here with 2 hands in his face, Alphonse Otieno out of the blocks hot. Koja, shovel pass to Hargos. Hargos this time not able to connect on that shot as Ogechi brings the ball up. Derek Ogechi, still a quiet night for him as he is off the mark on that attempt. Doing a good job of cleaning up the boards here, Clique Mambas. That time, Hargos denies the offensive rebound opportunity. Has a great save to find DJ Olang on the attempt. 1 point game here in the second quarter. 4:30 to go. Ogechi with the ball in his hand. He's got Olang on him. Looks like he's going to take him all the way. Yes, he does. And he manages to draw the foul. And it's funny because Derek Ogechi plays for Nairobi City Thunder in the Premier League. And you can tell that this is a rivalry that goes into practice sessions.
Yeah, definitely.
Practice sessions behind closed doors. You know, these two probably go at it regularly.
Yeah, and they enjoy doing the same to each other. You can see today Ogechi isn't smiling. I think today he's here to make sure his team gets an edge in this basketball game.
I mean, he's also under pressure. You know, he knows the kind of caliber player that he is as he rolls in the first free throw, and I can guarantee he's not delighted with his performance so far in this game. 3 points for him, 3 defensive rebounds, 0 steals, and he's shooting 33% from inside the arch. So definitely some stat lines that he wants to improve on as Clique Mambas now take the lead back from Twende for the first time since the first quarter.
Yeah, they are playing very, very well, Clique, and it is very interesting to see how the Twende will respond to it.
Dennis Koja couldn't get his fingers on the ball, and it's a turnover for Twende as Clique Mamba come the other end. Twende now at 12 turnovers in this game. Ogechi draws the foul once again.
Well, he's a handful. They are struggling to defend him. His size is just causing a lot of problems for that Twende defense. They are struggling to contain him, and the only person who can do that is Olang, and Olang already has picked up 2 fouls.
So you can see Ogechi taking full advantage of that information right there, and why not?
Well, it's interesting. Let him now. He has to convert these free throws. And it's crucial for Clique.
It absolutely is. Derek Ogechi, the winner of the 3-point competition at the All-Star game that took place. Was it last month or the month before?
Last month, and it was quite easy for him to do that as well.
So he's a high-end and high-percentage shooter. And it looks like they've poked the bear. So maybe we can see some big numbers from him in this Game 1 of the best-of-3 series. Oh, unable to connect on the second free throw.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting that Olang has gone off, and now Ogechi is having quite a field day.
Referee Eric Otieno having quick words with the Twende players. Again, one of our most established and recognized referees in Kenyan basketball. Ding. Didn't have the angle to feed the post. They swing it around, and that's a good deflection from William Oditi.
You know something I've noticed? When Ding is on the floor and he's conducting the plays for his team, they seem to be in a certain sort of rhythm. But then sometimes he goes off, and then that rhythm disappears.
Well, let's see if we can get the rhythm back to Twende form with that attempt. No. And Alfonso Cheno finally managed to secure the board and brings the ball up. Otieno to Quell. Quell doesn't think twice about it and airballs. Nothing but nothing.
The game has calmed down a little bit now, and it is good to see now. Now the plays, all the things there. Oh, another turnover.
We got a whistle on the floor. And a foul has been called. And we're just trying to see who it was called on.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Regardless, it's going to be Clique's second team foul in this quarter. They've been keeping a clean game.
Yeah, it's clever.
Yeah. And Twende seemingly struggling with that 2-3 zone. I had concerns earlier that they would be able to break it down, but it seems they are struggling. Quell, pass to Ashe. Ashe now one step too many. It's going to be Twende ball.
Yeah, they're struggling, and it's something that has over the years they've struggled. When you play matchup, it's easier for them. But if you play defense, you can see they're not allowing them to go towards the basket. So they are making such passes. Another turnover. It's not the first time we've seen that today from the reigning champions. Well, the rhythm and the substitutions, they've made a big difference in this game. They started brilliantly, the starters were okay, and now once the game has come down and you're now playing mix and you're mixing it up a little bit, it's not the same.
Ashe muscling his way to the hoop. Marol Ashe, outstanding basketball from him. He's now at 12 points. Baka to Ortega, Ortega automatic, no go. And big boards from Alphonse Otieno, who has really come in for an X factor for Clique Mambas in this quarter. That was like an acrobatic play for him.
It's his signature move. He loves the step through, so I'm not shocked that he tried to go with the step through in that situation.
Baka from downtown misfires. They try to keep it alive in the long pass to find William Oditi, rejected at the cup.
What a block, what a block.
And then the kick out to Ding for the 3 ball. This time Ortega can't hit. Ogechi will bring it up. Oditi, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
And he hits them with a too small again. We've seen that already twice in this basketball game. One from Olang, the other now is from Oditi.
And Clique Mambas now on a little run here. They've managed to extend the lead to 6. Just as I say that, Alicia Odhiambo steps through for the mid-range J.
They've congested the paint, Clique.
William Oditi, he wanted it bad. Hoop didn't want it though. Ball movement to find Ortega. Ortega's cooled off. Ogechi, quick outlet pass. They've got numbers. Ashe! Ooh, the block from Garang Ding. They don't call him the rim protector for nothing.
Well, got the fans off their feet.
Now, this is the playoff basketball that we came to see.
Quite
exciting, dynamic. Take another look at that replay. Garang Ding. He's like a panther. He just waits for the right timing to strike.
Exactly, and you cannot argue that these teams deserve to be in this final, and you can see the way they are playing. Oditi is up to 8 points for him. 2 3-pointers made. It's absolutely amazing. He's
Ashe.
well on his way.
Baseline drive. There's going to be a foul called on Fahim Juma, and it's going to be a shooting foul. Twende are over the limit, and Clique Mambas, if they had a bit more time on the clock, I would highly recommend they take advantage of that. But we got under 30 seconds left to go in this first half of what has been an exciting matchup between these top 2 CL teams.
Ashe is having a good time out there, and he's absolutely sensational from the line. We've seen him play basketball. He makes sure that he takes advantage of those opportunities. You send him to the line, he's going to maximize on it, though he misses the second one.
Baka decides to go into the trees. Not sure if it was the best decision for him. Try to take advantage of Clique Mamba being slow on recovery defense. Derek Ogechi draws the foul once again, and I said it. Clique Mambas have to make that read that they are in the bonus.
Yeah, it's true, and they are struggling to defend him. He's causing all sorts of problems since Olang went outside. Since Olang was substituted, they are really struggling. Ogechi has gone to the line. How many times now? 4?
This is going to be his 4th time. It was 3rd time, actually, as he connects on the first attempt. He's at 6 points now.
Those fouls are going to be a problem when it goes to the final stretch of this basketball game.
Derek Ogechi now at 7 points. 3 points away from being in double digits. Got the 10-second countdown. Garang ding! High off the glass. Elite talent on display. Ice in his veins. Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, he's got too much quality, and you can see how he's moving the basketball. It's quite interesting because Ogechi is having a field day the other side, and Marola Che is also having a field day. And this other side, Ding is just doing whatever he wants to do on the floor.
And that will take us to the end of the first half. We'll take a look at another look at that replay. Garang ding. Mama, there goes that man.
He's definitely been the man of the first half. Ding
now at 14 points, shooting 80% from the field. And Clique Mambas are going to have to find out a way to slow down Garang Ding. Now, no one in the league has been able to figure that out. But maybe in this halftime, maybe in that locker room, Coach Roberts can find a solution. But Garang Ding is leading all scorers at 14 points, the only player in double digits for Twende, and still lots of game to go. We're going to take a very short break, enjoy the sights and sounds of the CL finals. We'll be right back. Good evening. If you're just joining us, it's going down at Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi, Kenya for Game 1 of the CL Finals with a narrow lead by Clique Mambas playing against Twende. An exciting matchup. This has been very evenly matched, and we knew that from the get-go. And I would not be surprised if this game goes down to the wire, but let's take a look at some of the stats from the first half. Clique Mambas shooting at a higher percentage. Ashay at 13 points, Quell 10 points, and William Oditi at 8 points. Rebound situation very evenly matched up. But again, I'd like to talk about the statistics that you don't see here on your screen. That's the turnovers. Twende are at 14 turnovers, Clique Mambas 11, and Twende need to be a bit more clean.
Yeah, they need to be. They are the reigning champions, so the pressure is on them. However, prior to this season, Twende had only lost once in the CL, but this season has not been the same as the other seasons. They were unbeaten last season in their triumph, so they are new territory. They are now in a new territory. This season they've lost 4 times, and they are no longer invisible. They are no longer as strong as they used to be. They used to come to a basketball game and thinking, okay, we are going to take this game. But right now it doesn't happen like that.
Well, this 5-point lead by Clique Mambas is largely in part to Derek Ogechi's effort in the final minutes of the second quarter. He was finishing the first quarter and starting the second with just 2 points, and then had quick 5 points, taking advantage of the fact that DJ Olang, the defensive machine for Twende, had picked up 2 fouls.
Yeah, he took him out. He had to, because he knew that is going to be a problem for him. And we've seen them struggle now to defend him. They've not been able to lock him down since Olang went off. They've had a bit of a difficult time. And then the defense, I love what Clique are doing defensively to negate the impact of Garang Ding. And yes, he's scoring, but not as many as he ought to be having right now.
Well, I don't know. I might be able to challenge that, because right now he's at 14 points, shooting 80% from inside the arc. So if he continues on this trajectory, he is on track to score 30 by the end of this game. But it's just one of those situations where what do you do? Like, you're playing defense on him, you're making sure he's not having easy looks at the hoop, and yet he's still delivering.
Yeah, and that is what top quality players are about. Oditi is also doing the same for Clique. So it's quite interesting that the top players in this country are playing against each other.
Well, the second half is now underway. Ogechi wants the ball in his hands. Now he has an open lane if he decides to take Ding on defensively. Step back. Long 2. Got the bounce. No basket. Here comes Dismas Baka on the other end. Ding. Fakes. It's rejected by Ashay. Ding tries to chase it down. Keeps it alive. Now it's the long pass to Fahim Juma. Juma makes the extra pass. Shavanga has got the space to make the shot. He does. Runner is good.
Well, the court vision from Ding brings that opportunity for Twende. It's just, the ball movement is fantastic.
Ding is one of those players who just never gives up. He's, blocked viciously on one end of the floor, manages to not let that get into his head, forces a turnover, they get the steal, they go back on the other end. And that's just what you want to see from a basketball player. As a travel has been assessed.
There's no defense on Fahim Juma. All he had to do is just move the basketball.
It was a silly mistake from him on his part, and I'm sure he's beating himself up about it. Nzuki has gone Baka on him. The handoff to Oditi. Oditi now has to contend with Baka. Great defensive effort from Dismas. And now Quell is forced to shoot as the shot clock starts to wind down. Clique Mambas come up empty in that possession. And this is what Twende need to do. Make stops and then convert on the other end and get baskets. And that's exactly what they've been able to do in the last 2 possessions. It's back to a 1-point game.
Well, they're no longer congesting the paint, and it's giving Ding opportunities to go straight to the cup.
So close, but so far. Shavanga puts the Jets on. He's blocked by Ashe. 2 blocks for Ashe in 2 minutes of play here. And then Ortega adds insults to injury with a 3-point shot. Ortega, we didn't see him much in the second quarter, but he was 3 for 4 in the first. And you and I talked about why he didn't get more minutes in the second.
Yeah, they knew they need him. Oh, that's just a bad turnover.
Shavanga making him pay. Ashe not able to recover, and now Shavanga and Oditi are going at it on the floor.
Nobody's giving anyone an inch in this basketball game.
And that's playoff basketball for you. The physicality steadily increasing in this game. And William Oditi, an unfortunate miss from him. Shavanga, great defensive effort from him to make sure that they don't convert the second opportunity. And Twende Sports get the ball back.
Yeah, and they are showing their class now. It's very, very important to see Clique again allowing the space for Guinea. An easy layup. They are allowing too much space now in that paint. They were congesting the paint very well. I think the instructions have gone out the window now. And this is where the key thing about a basketball game, you need to remember what you are doing right. Now they're not doing the same things they were doing.
Oditi being a bit more aggressive on the offensive end, and it is paying off. Let's see, he trips over his own feet. 2-point game, Twende still in the lead. Ortega to Ding. Ding, that's not the space you want to give him. He will knock that down. Baca almost loses it. It's back out to Ortega. Ortega wasn't able to connect on that. Squares it up, but way off target.
Yeah, they are fighting. Both teams are now fighting. No one is willing to give anyone an inch. This is the quarter that is becoming one of those quarters of basketball where it can decide a game, and that is good to see.
And then the steal from Shavanga. Shavanga really making an impact on the defensive end for Twende. Fahim not able to. Garang, yes sir.
What do you do? How do you stop him?
There's not much you can do. There's not much you can do. You just have to do your best, and that is exactly what Clique Mambas are doing, as Ding now has an opportunity to make this a 3-point play.
Well, he's just on fire, isn't he? And they're playing very good defense on him, but it's just not working. He's still scoring. Essentially, he's the one scoring for this team right now.
Garang Ding, the only player in the country who was selected to participate in the BAL Pro Camp that took place in Senegal several weeks ago. And dare I say, they made the right choice.
Yeah, they did.
So now a 4-point lead for Twende. Garang makes it a 5-point lead. And Clique Mambas are needing a run here.
Well, he's already up to 20 points, and that is incredible.
Ashe steps into the mid-range. Ding snatches the boards down.
Because it's just too big. There's too much space. Clique are no longer congesting the paint the way they were doing it.
Ding disrupts the transition offense of Clique Mambas. He knew that Clique had the number advantage. Manages to slow down their offense. And for me, those are just the signs of a very intelligent player.
Yeah, he's not willing to give them an inch because you know the scoreline is so close. You give someone an opportunity to go make a layup, and it's down to 3 points.
Ding getting it done on both ends of the floor. The steal, now the kick out. Baca to Ortega. Ortega drives, tries to get it back out. And we got a whistle on the floor.
I wonder it's a travel maybe.
Just trying to confirm what the call was. But Fahim Juma responsible for several unnecessary turnovers here for Twende.
This is incredible.
Nzuki kills his dribble and steps on the sideline, so it's going to be Twende ball. And someone in Clique Mambas has got to reignite the fire that they were riding on in the second quarter. Third quarters are tough quarters to get hot in.
Yeah.
You know, you've taken a break, your mind is kind of shut down a little bit. You really got to engage. As Shea with another block.
This game has had so many blocks and all of them are being rejected. It's so clear all the time.
Ogechi, tough move. Better defense. Here comes Ortega on the other end. Manages to get the ball back in his hands. Garang Ding is fouled by Ogechi, who knew that Ding was going straight for the layup.
He wants an unsportsmanlike foul.
It will remain a holding foul. And stay at that. 5-point lead here for Twende. Scores have stayed at 51-46 for a good chunk of time now.
Lang is back on the floor now. Ding can concentrate on offensive matters.
Juma from downtown. No go. Shea tries to chase it down, secure the rebound, and they're going to call another foul on Dismas Mbaka. And a quick warning from Eric to try and neutralize the situation. But it's exciting to me when you see the players start to get emotional and the physicality starts to increase.
Well,
you know you got a good game on your hands.
Yeah, and something interesting, I don't think any of these teams expected the scoreline to be this close. Nobody expected it. It's now just a matter of who gets that little bit of extra.
Ogechi, he's got Ding on him. Ding forces him to pick up his dribble. Wambua now has to contend with Ding. He's got a body foul, a little bit too much contact. So Ding will pick up that one.
It's quite interesting that Ding is having the conversation with the referees. You very rarely see him talk to the referees that much. It just tells you the kind of game that he is having out there. It is not an easy game for any of these players.
And another foul has been called. Offensive foul on Ashe.
I think he just went out of his cylinder in that particular offensive move. He tried to play, but just went into someone else's cylinder. So.
It was the right call.
Yeah.
It was the right call. Baka loses the handle on the ball. Great defense from Nzuki.
Well, the scoreline has stayed the same for quite a long time. Nobody's giving anyone anything.
It just takes one player to step up and hope that his teammates follow. Ogechi could be that one player, no. Olang, great outlet pass, too strong on it. And it's another turnover for Twende. It's going to be 19 turnovers for them so far in this game.
Well, they are being forced to make those turnovers because Clique are putting so much pressure on the basketball.
Nzuki buries the three ball. And Clique Mambas now at 49 points, just within reach of Twende.
There they are. That's it. That's exactly what they were doing. And Mbaka will have an easy layup. Now, they're playing very good defense, but then when you allow someone to just cut to the baseline and get to the rim without any sort of defense, it doesn't look good.
Wambua, drive, fouled by Fahim Juma, so that'll send Wambua to the free throw line to shoot two. And Twende have to be careful with their fouling situation. We saw them get into over their limits at the bottom of the second quarter. Fortunately for them, there was just about under 30 seconds left on the clock, but you've got to be much more careful with this third quarter.
Yeah, and Wambua, one of those players who used to play for X-Men, he was a fantastic player for them, and he's a very good free throw shooter.
X-Men were the team that you said there were like 6 players.
Yeah, 6, and you would believe the others were him, alongside the likes of Jordan. It was a fantastic team. Let me just tell you. Muchina also was part of that team. They used to come only 6 men, no more than 6.
Were able to convert on both free throws.
And it would be interesting that, do you know who their coach was?
Who?
Rose Mushila.
No wonder they were called the X-Men. It sounds like a Rose Mshila name. I bet she came up with it. David Baraka kicks it out to Juma. Juma in and out.
This tactic of playing zone defense is giving Twende a bit of a problem.
Ashe, great defense from Twende. The reset on the shot clock. Ashe with the second opportunity. He's forced it twice. And Twende are making sure that he does not have easy looks at the rim. Baka kick out to Juma. Juma drives with it. Ashe with the rejection. Nothing but pumpkin for James Ashe, who has been defending the paint beautifully. And now the kick out. Zuki from downtown. Oh, that would have sent Mambas fans to their feet for sure.
Look at the blocks. Well, you live and die by the 3-point line, and that is what I think the instructions from Robert Mwangi to allow them to shoot, allow Twende to shoot as much as possible rather than allow them to go inside the paint.
Zuki to Ashe. Ashe swings it to Quell. Quell back to Ashe. Ashe, one more pass. Oh, it's short. The rebound is good, and the putback from Quell. Athar Quell doing the intangibles for Clique Mambas. Clay, you and I talk about players who you don't think they're doing much, but at the end of the game, you look at their statistics and you're like, wow, okay, this guy was actually a huge factor for this team. And Athar Quell is already at 12 points, shooting 75% from inside the arc.
Quite incredible. I used an example of what I always say, that you find something and it just pricks you a little bit, and you think, oh, he's not doing much, but he's doing a lot. Another player is on that floor is Dismas Mbaka. He's very quiet. You might think he's not doing anything, but he's giving the team balance.
Balance indeed, but Dismas Mbaka having a quiet night tonight on the offensive end. 2 points for him, but 4 assists and 6 rebounds. Athar Quell, on the other hand, 12 points, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and he's contributed to half of Clique Mambas' total blocks. We have been seeing their bigs have a heyday. Block after block after blocker.
They've been absolutely sensational. They're going to allow, they're struggling to get in there, and everyone is just playing some very good defensive basketball. It's good to see.
So once again, this is game 1 of the best-of-3 final series, the CL playoffs, and scores are tied at 53 apiece with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
You cannot separate these two. It's going to be a nail-biting finish. I cannot wait for that fourth quarter because the edge is going to be very, very important.
Olang, feed into Alier. Alier wasn't able to get the ball up and over the long arms of Quell. Wambua slicing through the defense, gets his way to the cup. And he took advantage of Twende's slow recovery defense, as Shavanga on the other end looking for the response. It's a kick out to Etiang. Etiang mid-range is good.
It's very interesting. Can you say Zawadi is on Ding to just deny him the basketball, because you know what is going to happen when he has the basketball.
Now Shavanga managed to slap the ball away. Here come Twende in transition. Not able to convert.
That is a key part of this basketball game. First of all, the Clique are doing a very good job of trying to limit what Ding can do.
Wambua to Quell. Quell, no go. And then, woof, Garang Ding. Put some respect on his defensive name.
He went so high you could see it from up here, and he just wiped. What a block.
The quintessential rim protector. Now you see him, now you don't. And your ball is just going out of bounds.
Yeah.
You don't know where he came from, but he has great timing on that block. So as we take a look at the replay, the cross from Wambua to Quell, the miss and the second attempt from Joshua Zawadi, and then the denial from Garang Ding. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds now as the fans count down. Clique Mambas were able to get the final field goal of that third quarter, and that will end with Clique Mambas now up 58 to Twende 55.
Well, Mambas are looking to add another championship to their name. As we take a look at these replays, Quell dropping a tray just beyond the arc.
Quell swiftly becoming the man of the match, now at 15 points.
For all the big names that we've talked about today, we've had Ogechi, we have Oditi, but who is doing the job for Clique right now? It is that person who is just flying under the radar. Essentially, you cannot know what is going on. He's just flying under the radar and he's delivering. As you look at these statistics, amazing shooting percentages from the field goals. They are matched in every single way, but Clique are just edging it on the free throw line.
Just like you said, very evenly matched. Look at the field goal percentage. Twende have not been attempting crazily from the three-point line. 19 attempts, 4 makes, so they're shooting 17. Excuse me, that is, 28 attempts for Twende. They've connected on 8. So 22%, it's not terrible for a three-point percentage.
It's not terrible, but they really need to just make sure that they are able to finish it off.
And not just that, I think Clique Mambas have been doing a great job of responding to that by being very, very aggressive in the paint. Their interior scoring has been phenomenal. As we take a look at the quarter-by-quarter points, Clique having their slowest quarter in the third, despite taking the lead here.
Yeah, and they're playing very, very well. We wondered if that zone defense would do a job for them. But I've also noticed that they are putting a man on Ding all the time, because if you don't put someone on him, it becomes a bit of a challenge.
Clique Mambas also doing a good job on the defensive rebounds end. 27 defensive rebounds for them. Simon Wambua. He wants it and he wants it bad. Beating defenders left, right, and center, and doing exactly what his coach wants him to do on that floor. Etiang now gets locked up, has to pass to Shavanga. Shavanga beats his first defender, kicks it out to Olang. And Olang way off.
You notice Zawadi is just walking around with Ding. He's not letting him go anywhere. He's just walking around with him.
And that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. If you give Ding any kind of look at the hoop, he will take that opportunity.
Yeah, and also they are not doing a very good job of trying to find him. Twende.
Quell felt good about it. That time wasn't able to connect. And now some quick transition offense for Twende. And the rejection once again for Clique Mambas Zawadi. Ding now. He's got Zawadi on him. Oh, that's a great baseline cut. Etienne unable to finish it. And Alier finishes up that possession with a long 2. Quell try to take on Ding. Ding got a piece of it. So the ball will stay on this end of the floor. And still a 3-point lead for Clique Mambas.
Well, and you look around and you'll notice that some of those big players are now back on the floor for Twende to try and...
Zawadi confidently to the cup. Clique Mambas now at 62 points. And it's a team effort for the team in red. As a travel has been called on DJ Olang, and that's the wind in the sails of this Clique Mambas ship that they need to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, they need to just keep the momentum going, and they do not need to have a defensive lapse. They just need to concentrate on the basketball game now. This is now the crucial stage of the basketball game, because it's not a big lead, it's just a small lead, and a slender lead like this can disappear.
That's very true, as Wambua seems to believe he has some momentum on his side. That time, he just didn't have the stretch to finish the play. Ding now to bring the ball up. Poking. Looking at what Clique Mambas are giving him. Alier! Not in my house!
Way too many blocks in this game. Nobody...
Ashe is doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And if you get past him, you're going to have to deal with his teammate Quell.
Look at that. 6-9. Absolutely amazing. They are having a game of their lives, Clique Mambas.
Alier misses. Shavanga doing a good job on the O-boards. Now it's the pass out to Ding. Ding decides to go all the way with it. Who's going to stop him? Certainly no one in that possession. And it takes a special talent to recognize when you need to step up for your team, and Garang Ding is that kind of talent.
Yeah, and they need to find a way to just limit. They cannot stop him in general terms, but they can just limit.
Now Etienne tries to go with it. He's chased down and fouled by Zawadi, and dare I say, would have been a necessary foul for Joshua Zawadi. But good effort from him to not give away the possession and to chase down that layup. You see, he didn't even go for the ball.
Yeah, just had to stop him one way or another. Hey, what a game, what a game. It's been entertaining.
Tiang drains the first free throw. Has an opportunity to make this a 1-point game. 7:14 left to go. Olang grabs the offensive board. Alier trying to beat his defender. The mid-range isn't going to get there. Wambua this time decides to share the ball. Nzuki now at the wing. Nzuki trying to go all the way with it. Nzuki rewarded for his efforts. Left-handed finish. And the response on the other end of the floor from Garang Ding. Championship material in every category. The reigning champs are doing their best to stay at bay against Clique Mamba. We talked about if this game was going to go down to the wire, and Clay?
Yeah, I am just...
Are you a prophet?
It had to go down to the wire, and Ding is still doing the job for his team.
As you take another look at that replay, Nzuki turned the corner, went downhill, got the bucket. And that's just what Clique Mambas need from him at this moment in the game.
While they were still smarting from that basket, Ding match right to the other end and then got a three-pointer. Sometimes you have now to concentrate. This is the key moment of this basketball game.
Shavanga shuffled his planted foot. So it's going to be an unforced turnover. Ball's going the other end. They have a substitution on the floor. Checking out is Simon Wambua. And into the game is CL's sharpshooter, William Oditi.
Well, he's been quiet. He went off. He's just been patient. The coach, I think, was just bidding his time to make sure that he is fresh for this particular scenario. This is now where the big players are required.
Fresh legs at this point of the game is invaluable.
And see Ogechi has also checked in, so it's that time of the basketball game now.
Ogechi. Ooh. From this angle, it almost looked like a goaltending.
Yeah, it did.
Ding!
Ding today has had quite a number of words with with the referees today. He seems to really want to win this basketball game.
He does indeed. And I've said it, when it comes to best of 3 series, best of any game series, I always like to be on the team that is going to punch first and start it off with a 1-0. Oh, look at the putback. No. Ashe thought he had it. And now Etiang with the push on the other end. Tough move for him. Ashe denies the second chance opportunity. Ogechi kicks it out to Oditi. Oditi gets his defender up in the air, fires. It's no good. Hope is still alive for Clique Mambas. But unable to score on that attempt, and they're going to call the foul on William Oditi. It's not the first time he's gone head-to-head with Larry Shavanga. But Oditi is just going to be only his second.
Yeah, he needed to do that because it would have been much difficult for them to recover because it was a bad turnover at that particular stage.
Alier kicks it out to the wing. Ding, cross, baseline drive. He's fouled on the way up. And just so you understand this level of strength that Garang Ding has, and that's really its core strength. He goes, Nzuki fouls him, and Nzuki's the one who goes tumbling down.
Yeah, and then it's just not one player, he went on top of two at the same time. He's very strong. You might think he's not, but once you play against him, you'll realize that he's quite a strong player.
And I think he's gained some muscle mass over the last couple of years, which is good to see, and goes a long way, especially when you're playing tough international games.
Very true. Look at the free throw percentages as well. They're up to 50%. Twende.
Ding now with the opportunity to even out the score. And he does.
This is not where you want Ding at this stage of a basketball game. Don't foul him. This is not the time to foul him. They've played very well up to this point. They just need to keep doing what they were doing. Clique.
Wambua trying to shake off Alier unsuccessfully. Nzuki now, he's got Mbaka on him. Wambua has to shoot. And appears to be a shot clock violation. The ball did not touch the rim. So it will be Twende ball. Scores tied, 64 apiece. 4:54 left in this game.
Well, whoever is gonna take this game is gonna be paying for the other one that doesn't win. But they've given us quite a great basketball game.
Oh, ball is stolen. Derek Ogechi now on the drive, shakes off the first defender, unable to shake the second. Ashe now blocked from behind. Fahim Juma talking to him. And let me tell you something very interesting. People who block a lot hate being blocked. I say this from personal experience. Ashay hates the fact that he was blocked.
Yeah,
And no foul was called.
Yeah, you can see he's smiling, but we know that he's not impressed by that block.
It's hurting him. It's hurting him. And yet he has blocked at least 4 people in today's game. Ashay now, he's got Dismas Mbaka on him. Mbaka refusing to be backed down. And that's great help side defense from Alier. So it's going to be a reset for Clique Mambas, but this time with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I didn't think that's where Ashay wants to be. Oh, wonderful basket. He just recovers and he plays again.
Ashay now tied for the most points scored for his team, 15. And Alier evens the score once again. These teams now starting to trade baskets. Ogechi, he's got Ding on him. That's a sloppy pass right into the hands of Twende. Ding to Juma. Juma tries to get his own rebound, tries to put it back up, and Zawadi will pick up a personal foul.
Most bodies are just ending up on the floor. Well, it was a bad turnover from Ogechi that allows now Twende to go up. They need to now be careful with the basketball. This is the point of a basketball game whereby you have to be very careful with that ball.
Juma, reliable shooter from the free throw line. And believe it or not, that is his first field goal.
Wow. Impressive.
Fahim Juma. Very quiet night for him. 2 points in the game.
Incredible.
Nzuki now thought about the shot, decided to kick it out to Ashay. Ashay fakes the handoff. One more pass to find Nzuki at the wing. That one is off.
They need to make sure that they move the ball and they get in there to just get the 2 points. Right now it's not time for gambling with the 3-point line.
Juma, spin move, and gets his second field goal of this game. He has come late to the party, but he is here as Clique Mambas unable to convert on that possession, and just like that, Twende now with a 4-point lead with under 3 minutes of game left.
They needed to take care of it. They're not doing that as well. It's just incredible. Clique have done everything right up to this stage, and now when they really need to take care of the basketball, they're not doing that.
Not only that, a team that has not struggled with their fouling situation is now sent Twende into the bonus. They are over the limit at 5 team fouls as Alier misses his first free throw. And this is where the game now starts to get tricky. Still plenty of time left on the game clock. This is not the position you want to be in when you're over the foul limit.
Yeah, they really need to just calm down a little bit because Clique have played very well. They can take heart from that, but they just need to be careful with this basketball. They don't need to gamble with 3-point shots. They don't need to be in a hurry. They just need to move the ball. It's still only a 5-point game.
Timeout on the floor. Twende by 5. 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. And we are slowly approaching crunch time where every possession matters.
Yeah, we witnessed this in the last game here. As we look at the statistics, they've really matched them in every single department. It's not that big of a difference, and they just now need to take care of that basketball. Go one step at a time, one basket at a time, because there is enough time, there's enough 24s to play and get those 5 points. Because right now, if they go the way they've gone the last two offenses, it's going to be difficult for them.
Twende have improved on the rebounding situation, though. 14 offensive rebounds for them. So what they're doing is making sure that they crash the boards and they're converting.
Yep.
They're getting those second chance opportunities and they're scoring them.
They really need to be patient. They really need to be patient. Clique need to score.
Wambua will bring the ball up. Every second matters. Every possession matters. And there is pressure on Derek Ogechi to step up in this game. Quell, spin move. Baka doing his best, but that is better offense from Athar Quell, who has been the X factor for Clique Mambas in this game.
Yeah, better offense. They need to do that more. They cannot afford not to. They cannot afford to just go and attack. They need to move the ball, get an easy basket like that.
Ding. Kicks it out for the corner three. Juma with the follow through. And Fahim Juma, again late to this party, but here to make a difference. Ogechi bully ball. Unable to connect on that mid-range attempt. And it has become a 6-point game in Nyayo Stadium with Twende leading the way. Alier, kick out to Ding. Ding squares up, rattles it in. Twende's momentum can be felt as their fans starting to believe that Twende could walk away with the victory here. Oh, Ding. He got a piece of that.
Yeah, he did. He did. He did. Well, I anticipated that Ding would come to the party. He's played his basketball game. It's the game of his life. He knew he needed to be at the top of his game for this game, and he's shown up and he's done a business for his team.
Ding has had a monster of a game. 30 points for him so far. And now, here to make it 33. That time didn't have the legs to finish it. Wambua kicks it out. Quell, mid-range isn't good, tries to chase down his rebound. And now we got the fast break from Dismas Baka, and Twende now taking control of this game with under a minute left. Clique Mambas slowly falling apart.
Yeah, they're in a hurry now, and they're not moving the basketball the way they're supposed to move. This is just the same as scenario, the way Phenoms played Twende. It's just almost the same situation. Ding playing on the both ends of the court, blocking, finishing. They needed to just keep the ball and move the ball because it wasn't a big margin. But now, with the 10-point lead, it becomes a bit difficult for them. This is the moment, the crucial moments of a basketball game, especially when the game is close.
Twende are proof that when you do the right things consistently, it will fall into place.
Exactly. They've done that the whole game. Clique, I think, over the last part of this basketball game, maybe in the last 2-3 minutes, they've not done whatever they were doing all through because they were in the lead. Then they've given away the lead, and they were in a hurry. Remember when I wondered why Nzuki was taking a 3-point shot when they are just down 2 points or 4 points. It's the biggest difference. That small margin, those errors, instead of you taking care of the basketball, you give it away and you get punished for it.
Those errors are coming back to haunt them as we take a look at the crowd here at Nyayo Stadium. Always fun to see fans and familiar faces out in the crowd. Ogechi fouled on the floor by DJ Olang. And we must give credit where credit is due. Olang has done a great job of slowing down Clique Mambas star players. Held Ogechi to 7 points and really comes in to disrupt Clique Mambas offense, and that he knows his assignment and he's done it so well.
Yeah, he's done a very good job, and that has allowed Ding to go forward and be able to play on the offensive front.
Wambua, he's got a Lier on him. High arcing shot isn't going to get there. Shea cleans up the mess. And now Clique Mambas under pressure to do something with 22 seconds left on the clock.
It's a 9-point game as well.
Tough ask to even out the score and even take the lead in 22 seconds. And Twende knew when to punch, and they punched at just the right time that would give them the lead that they could just now maintain for the remainder of the game, as Ding misses the first free throw.
But that is the man of the moment, Garang Ding.
Ding setting up for second free throw. And he misses. But if there's a team that can afford to miss free throws right now, it is Twende, as Ogechi brings the ball across half court. Three-pointer isn't going to get there. And it's looking like they will let the clock run down. What has been, I don't want to say an anticlimactic finish, but we thought this was going to be a 1-point differential down to the final minute. But it is Twende who hung on with a 79-70 points victory. And as I said earlier, they took the punch right at the, or rather they threw the punch at just the right time to give them the lead. But this scoreline does not tell in any way, shape, or form the story of this game.
Very true. It doesn't speak. It doesn't speak about the game. Ding has been absolutely sensational. Despite them playing good defense on him and putting a man on him, he's finished with 30 points. That is incredible as we look at the statistics over the game.
30 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds for him, and 2 steals, leading in efficiency. And that is the man of the game for myself and Clay as we take a look at these final statistics for the game. Again, very evenly matched up, but Twende, they kept on shooting their three-point shots, and I say when a team is shooting well from beyond the arc and you're just attempting from, you're focusing more on interior play, it's like bringing a dagger to a gunfight. And the shots were flying for Twende, who walk away with a 9-point victory and take the series lead 1-0.
Yeah, it's incredible, and you can see the percentages, they speak for themselves. They've matched Clique in nearly all departments. But for me, it's the 3-point percentages. Clique were a little bit not in their game today from beyond the arc.
So that was the key for victory that we talked about at the beginning of the game. Clique Mambas had to play on their strength, which was rebounding, but they weren't able to out-rebound Twende significantly, and they had to balance their scoring. They had to make those interior plays, but they also had to be efficient from beyond the arc. And despite some early finishes, or attempts rather, for Clique Mambas in the first half, they weren't able to maintain it, and they had no answer for the unstoppable Garang Ding. So those are the final scores up on your screen. Game 2 will take place tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And before that will be the second game for the third place teams. That's going to be between Dementor and Phenomenal Phenoms. As usual, you will find myself and Cletus here to take you through that action. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow.